make my voice sound worse than when I filmed the last video that I filmed when I was sick, so I apologize for that. I am pre-filming, well, not pre-filming, but I'm filming ahead of time one other video, so I'm hoping that by tomorrow my voice is back to normal, but apologies for that. But anyways, today's video is going to be my weekly Will I Buy It video. In this series, I talk about 10 to 15 new releases from the past week or so, ones that really caught my attention, either for very good reasons or very bad reasons. This series was inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series, as well as Amy Loves Makeup new indie makeup releases, I think that's what it's called. I will link all the Instagram accounts that I use below to create this series, but without further ado, let's hop into it. Alright, you guys, so the first product that I want to talk about is actually from last week, but I ran out of time to talk about it in that video, but it's really kind of stuck with me, and it's been a product that I'm really interested in trying, and that is the Patrick Ta, I think they're called Major Brow. It's like a tinted wax and like a little compact. I believe it comes with a brush. I've never tried anything from Patrick Ta, but when I saw this on Trendmood, I was super duper intrigued. I've been on the hunt for a brow pencil alternative for a little while now. I mean, I haven't really bought anything to try it out yet, but I've kind of been searching because it is a huge goal of mine to be more sustainable in 2020. I did a whole video about 5 products that I want to switch out in my routine and find more sustainable alternatives, so I'll link that down below if you guys are interested in that. But I would much rather use something in a compact, or like a glass jar would probably be best, which would be like a pomade to fill in my brows, because I feel like even though I don't use a lot of brow pencils, I feel like one brow pencil can last like 3 or 4 months for me. That is still plastic that's just going straight to the landfill, so I'd like to find a more sustainable alternative, and I really like the idea of this. I feel like I have quite a bit of brow hair, so I really don't have to create a brow from scratch, so getting those super precise like little hair-like strokes really isn't a huge deal for me. I usually just like something to kind of shape my brows a little bit and fill them in a little bit, and I think this could be a really great product for that. It says it is going to be $22, and I think the brush is included in that, so I don't think that's too bad, especially based on the size of this product. I feel like it would last me a really long time, so I'm very interested in that. Okay, next up we have Double Dip Suede Shade and Glitter and Glow Shadows. I feel like that name's a mouthful. The Stila Double Dip Suede Shade and Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadows. These are interesting. So if you guys missed it, a couple months ago, Stila came out with some liquid eyeshadows, but these were matte instead of the usual satin or glittery shadows that they have. I like the idea of this, but I've been burned by these shadows before. I bought a set of minis, or I was gifted a set of minis a couple of years ago, and I found that within 3 or 4 months they were already starting to dry out, which was super duper irritating. I was really glad that it wasn't a full size. I'm not sure how I feel about these. I really do like the idea of the suede shadows, but I'm not sure I would actually get a lot of use out of them. I think I would primarily use them as like eyeliner, so not quite sure how I feel about that. For now, I think I'm going to anti-haul it, but if they were to go on sale, possibly I would try one. Next up, First Aid Beauty is releasing a sunscreen, and I'm on the hunt for a facial sunscreen. So the sunscreen that I'm currently using on my face is fine, but it's not cruelty free, and I did go cruelty free in, I think it was April or May of last year, so I'm on the hunt for a couple more cruelty free products for my beauty regimen. I've really only bought cruelty free products for as far as makeup goes, but as far as skincare and hair care and all that, I'm still working on it. I feel like it's going to be a much more gradual process with that, because I really don't know a lot about cruelty-free brands in those kind of categories, but this is an oil-free, weightless liquid mineral sunscreen with zinc oxide and SPF 30. I've heard nothing but amazing things about First Aid Beauty products, so this is one that I'm definitely interested in. I don't think there's a price, but it said that it will be available on Ulta and Sephora. Okay, you guys, so this next product is one that's very interesting, because when I first saw this product and put it on my little like Instagram folder to talk about in this video, I had a totally different opinion about this collection, and that is the Making Mauves collection from Colourpop. Okay, let's talk about the packaging first, because there's no denying that this is some of the best packaging I think Colourpop has ever done. It's so beautiful, so elegant. The little inlays and the blush are beautiful. The packaging is just stunning. But the palette kind of left me feeling, yeah, I like mauves, but I feel like I'm really covered with my Huda Beauty new nude palette. But then I watched Ali Glines' video on this palette, and my opinion was shifted a little bit. I think it's gorgeous, and I think I have a deeper appreciation for this color story. I don't think I'm going to buy the palette. Kind of tempted to buy the blushes and the Super Shock shadows, as well as the Luxe glosses. But I don't know, I just thought that was interesting how my opinion kind of changed as I saw these products used and kind of in a different light. Next up, Morphe is doing a new collaboration with Saweetie, I think their name is. I personally don't follow this artist, so I don't really know a lot about them, but it is a palette along with some glosses, a continuous setting mist, and some brushes. So it looks like the palette is kind of half neutrals and half colorful shades. It just doesn't do anything for me, you guys. Honestly, it's kind of big, it's kind of bulky. I don't have the best luck with Morphe shadows, so that one's going to be an easy pass for me. Okay, these next ones I always get so excited about every time they're released every year, and those are some new Sephora Favorites sets. So they have a couple. Trend Mood featured, I think, 3 different ones on the post that I'm looking at right now, and the first one is called Fresh Squeeze, and from what I can tell, this one looks like a mask skincare kind of set. It has some products from Glow Recipe, Marc Jacobs, Milk Makeup, Ole Henriksen, Too Faced. I think that one looks cool. I'm not really super tempted to buy that one, but I always love to look and see what is in there because it's such a great value and such a great way to test out a few products at once. And then they also have a poolside party set, which this one has such a fun little assortment of products. I think this is the one that most tempts me. It has some products from Way, from Tarte, from Patrick Ta, from Jouer, from the Sephora collection, from Sol de Janeiro. I think this one is super cute. I don't think that I would probably buy this one at full price because honestly I don't need any of those products, but if it were to go on sale, I'd probably consider it. And then finally, they have their sun safety kit. This is the one that most interests me because, as I said, I'm on the hunt for a new facial sunscreen or even like a body sunscreen that's cruelty free. They have 14 different kind of sunscreen-ish products in this bag. I am super duper intrigued by that one. It retails for $40, which is a little bit expensive in my opinion, or maybe I'm just super cheap. But that's definitely one that I would love to try if the price went down a little bit. Okay, this next one, you guys, made me do a double take, and this is the new Vizart palette. So it's called the Petite Pro Choo Choo. Oh, that's adorable. But this, I feel like, is the most colorful I've ever seen Vizart go. I think it's gorgeous, and like I said, it definitely made me do a double take, but I think that I'm better off just shopping my stash for some similar singles with this palette. I do eventually want to try Vizart's formula, but I really would like it to be with a palette that I'm absolutely in love with and that is really unique to my collection. This one's not super unique. If it were to go on sale one day, maybe I'd buy it, but I'm not buying it right out the gate. So last week I did mention that Menagerie Cosmetics was coming out with a new pastel palette, and it is called the Pastel Pop palette. This week they finally released the inside as well as some swatches, so I wanted to mention that really quickly today. I am undecided as to whether or not I'm going to pick up this palette. I think it's pretty, but I'm not sure how much use I would get out of it. Plus Terra is also coming out with some pastel singles very soon, so I don't know. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to pick this one up, but I do think it's very, very beautiful. Along with this palette, they are also launching what they're calling trefoil shadows. I'm not sure how they're pronouncing it, but these are, I believe they're just supposed to be like shifty kind of multi-chromish shadows. They look kind of similar to the Clionadh either glitter multi-chromes or their iridescent multi-chromes. They're very, very pretty, but I feel like I want to see some more swatches and learn a little bit more about these shadows before I buy them. They're only $6 each, which is incredibly affordable, and honestly the colors are so beautiful. I know myself, I will probably be purchasing them anyways, but I just wanted to mention those because they are so fun, and I think these would be a great companion to the Pastel Pop palette. One thing about Menagerie Cosmetics palettes, if you guys didn't know, is that they are magnetic and you can remove the shadows in them and replace them with other singles from Menagerie or another brand that kind of fits that pan size. So I think these would be such a fun companion to the Pastel Pop palette. If you guys weren't a fan of like the white or the black or one of the other shades, you could pop these in and use those instead. Okay, so next up, Colourpop is coming out with another new collection, and this one is themed around Mulan. I am so excited for the new Mulan movie. I was a little disappointed that Mushu wasn't going to be in the movie, but nonetheless, I think it looks like it'll be really, really fantastic. Everyone that's seen it so far has said it's absolutely fantastic. I think this collection is pretty, but it's like one that I'm going to admire from afar. I'm not like that gaga over Mulan to where I'm just like going to blindly buy this palette. I do think that the blushes look really, really beautiful. I'm especially eyeing that like nude blush, which is surprising for me because usually I go for something a little bit peachier, a little bit coral. But that's really the only thing that's catching my eye in this collection. I think the packaging is beautiful, but the products themselves don't really interest me that much. Okay guys, so the last release that I want to talk about today is from Urban Decay, and they're adding some new things to their Moondust line. So the first thing that they're adding is Moondust Lip Eclipse. So these look like glittery lipsticks. I'm not really into glittery lipsticks, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. This is a bit of an anti-haul release for me, but they're also releasing liquid glitter illuminizers. So these ones, I was a little bit confused at first because they're actually releasing a silver one, which I've never seen a company release a silver liquid luminizer. I think it could create some really cool like editorial looks, but otherwise I'm not really sure how you would use that product. I'm personally not picking up anything from this launch, but I thought it was kind of interesting. But that's going to wrap up all the new releases I have for you guys today. I feel like it was a bit of a slow week, but with everything going on, that's understandable. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and most weeks Monday too with my Will I Buy It series. But as I said, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave me a comment below letting me know if any of these new releases caught your attention, or if there was another new release that caught your attention. I would love to chat with you guys about it down below. But I'll see you in my next one. Bye! It's fine, but it's not cruelty free, and if you guys missed it, I mean, you would miss it. I say it in every single video. The little, oh, what are they called? I want to call them indentations in the blush, but that's wrong. From, Brazilian, what is that called? And they have 14 different kind of solar prevention. No, that's not right. I was a little bit disappointed when I learned that, oh my gosh, what's the dragon's name now? Mushu.